Welcome, everybody. Welcome to August. Ooh, August. It's August. Welcome to August. However, can somebody tell me, for anybody who's new that's joining us, we have a whole bunch of new people that are joining us, or maybe have not joined our team meeting for the first time, or they're joining for the first time, or whatever. What is really the date? Can anybody tell me what the real date is today in real estate world?
November 4th.
Oh. Did we process that? November 4th. And that's not because it was cooler yesterday, right? We got a little touch of fall yesterday. I don't know about you. I had to get out a flannel and fuzzy slippers when I got home. I was like, oh my gosh, I put on the attire that I used to wear when we were working from our homes back in March. November 4th. So I want you all to process and think about this. In the real estate world, everything we do today shows up 90 days later. It's almost turkey time, people. Think about that. So as you're thinking about that, what that tells me is that in the next, I would say 45 to 60 days, you should be planning 2020. 2020, right? Think about that. If it's really November 4th, no, I know, I see you, Lisa. You're like, no. It's the truth though. So I know we do a lot of business planning in like November, December, but really we should be doing our 2020 business planning. We should have 2020 planned by October.
You mean 2021, Kim?
Oh, 2021. Wait, we don't want to do 2020 again, do we? Does anybody want to do 2020 again? Reboot, reboot, 2021. No. Yikes. Okay, so, all right, let's get going. We have some welcomes. We've got some new cappers to celebrate, some announcements, a whole bunch of stuff. Look at all that. Tons going on. All right, so we're going to first start with re-welcoming back Leanna Hoyne to the Germantown office, or as we like to call Germantown, KW Prestige. I don't know if she's here on this call, but welcome back, Leanna.
KW Prestige.
We love welcomes. Happy to have you back. All right, and then what we're going to do next is, these are all of the people that we added in July. And so I thought this would be a great opportunity. You know, normally we're in a room and we get to see their faces and they get to like stand up and introduce themselves. So I thought, well, let's just do that now, right? Like, don't you want to know who these people are? So I don't know if everybody's here on the call, but I'll start. I didn't get a reply. Dee Medina, are you here? Let me just look. I don't think so. Okay, so we've got Dee Medina that recently joined us. She came over from EXP. She's going to be in the launch program. How about Rob Clark? Do you want to unmute yourself and formally introduce yourself?
I am here. I'm Rob Clark. I forgot everything that I was supposed to say, but
what do you want?
I got licensed during quarantine. I am a full-time high school teacher, so we'll be interested to see how we transition back into that. My high school hasn't decided yet what we're doing, so we're all eagerly awaiting that. On top of that, I'm a soccer coach, which I really enjoy. Own my own house, live by myself, unmarried. What else is there?
That's perfect. So the good news is we have a lot of teachers who have become very successful real estate agents. So you have an amazing network. So that's awesome. Welcome. Haley Dembski, are you here? I don't know if I see her. I think she's, she's joining Simplified Realty Group. How about Katie Rourke? Have you logged in? I saw you here in the office. Are you here to introduce yourself? I don't know if she's logged in yet. And I don't see her quite yet. So she may be joining us. So she's newly licensed. How about Dan Schmidt, who actually transferred over from the North Shore office? Are you here? Going once, going twice. It's like bingo. All right, well, guess what, Jenny? You got the floor now. So Jenny Wiktorek.
I've been in the business 17 years, but I recently came from Remax Service First. And I don't know much. I just got married this year. And my other thing that I like, or that I have, is I have another business on the side where I do event planning, wedding planning, and decor and staging and things like that. So I'm looking forward to being able to kind of put it all together. So I'm excited to be over here.
Awesome. And what would you say is the number one, I guess, system or tool or reason that you decided to come join us?
Well, I've been to a lot of different companies, Shore West, Remax, a couple of more discount areas, but I think the biggest thing for me was the sense of collaboration. I kind of feel like there's a sense of family, which is important to me. So I'm kind of like one of those close people, you know. I just like, I guess, socializing, networking, and I just think that this company was a better fit for me, and just having all of the support that I've heard that Keller Williams has. So that was my big decision maker.
Awesome. Well, we're so glad to have you. Thank
Welcome.
you. All right, Nicole Lasaki. Unmute yourself.
I'm here. And Kim, you'll be proud of me. I have a list of what your questions were. So, my name is Nicole Lasaki, and I've been in real estate for 4 years. I came from Realty Executives Integrity. I don't really have a niche, but I love working with first-time home buyers. I think I'm just a trainer by nature and just love all their questions and being able to teach them. I joined KW. Tina's going to think I said it because of her, but it's not. I love how much I can be involved in, and I love how much growth that I can see being at Keller Williams. One interesting thing about me is that I'm a grown adult, but I love me some Disney. So if anybody's looking for magic and pixie dust, give me a call.
Aw, love it. We're glad to have you. And then I don't know if Ty, not that he's new with us, right? Like we all know who Ty, Melissa Nowak's spouse is, but he officially, even though he's always been on kind of on the Mind Right group, but he officially, now he has an actual @kw.com email, has joined the Mind Right group. So Sharice, is he with you or?
So Ty is actually taking his real estate licensing test as we speak, which is why he's not on the team meeting. So please send a lot of good intentions and positive vibes his way. We just want him to nail it. But yes, he's taking his test right now. So that's why he's not on the meeting today.
Okay, beautiful. All right, so we shall move on. Welcome, everybody. Who do we got next? Oh, we got a capper in the house. Whoop, whoop. Vicki Leroy. Congratulations.
Thank you.
Yeah.
I like the raise.
All right, congratulations. All right, Tina, you're next.
Okay, we've got a couple things to go over today. Brokers Open, Facebook ads coming soon, all kinds of good stuff. So this is just a reminder. I think I sent this out. I am having a Brokers Open today right after this meeting from 1 to 3. I have a listing here in Muskego that's for $930,000 that has been on the market for a month and a half, and I haven't had one showing. So I would love if you have time in your schedule to pop by today. Everyone's invited. I had one newer agent that said Brokers Open. I thought it's only for brokers. Nope, it's for everybody. Stop by, lunch is gonna be served, and I have some just questionnaires. Pop by, I'd love your opinions. Next. Facebook ad training. Okay, so I've had several people who have contacted me about Facebook ads, and I know that Zach just put together a great video that's on our Facebook page, but this is actually like a workshop. This would be come with your computer, come with your ad idea, come with your credit card, your pen, your water bottle, everything you're gonna need to get this, and we're gonna get a Facebook ad put together for you and actually running this day in this workshop. I'm gonna show you how to track it. I'm gonna show you where the leads go. I'm gonna show you everything, but this is gonna be an interactive workshop. We're gonna do this step by step together because I think that's the best way we're all gonna learn how to do this. So it is August 11th from 1 to 2. Again, if you have any questions, but like come with your ad copy. So go ahead, if you don't have a listing, there's, you know, something for buyers if you're looking for something for sellers. It doesn't have to be long. It just has to be 2 or 3 sentences and a photo that you can use. And that's all we need. Just make sure to bring your credit card also, because we'll need to make sure that that's in command. We'll also need to make sure that your command is synced with your Facebook. So make sure you know all your passwords to get in. Any questions? Contact me.
Hey, Tina, really quick, you have to have a Facebook business page, right?
Yes.
To set this up, it's not your Facebook personal page. So I don't know if that's part of this, but it has to post to a business page.
It is not part of this, so that is a great addition. So if you don't have a Facebook business page, connect with the Tech Tribe prior to this training on the 11th to get yourself set up with one. Okay, awesome. Okay, this Thursday, career night, yay! So we're super excited. We're going back to career night. So it's a Zoom call. We have an amazing panel. It's Alex Dinamarca, Danielle Kenny. All of a sudden I totally lost my train of thought of the other two. Allison Marr and, oh my gosh, I can't remember the last one. Now I feel like a total idiot. I'll remember it. But we have an amazing panel of agents that are gonna answer all the questions of people looking to get into real estate. So send your people here. If you guys can share this graph, I know that we put it on the Facebook page and we could probably send it out again with the team meeting notes, but it is just via Zoom, so it's no pressure. And then, so the first part of it is just question and answer, and then after from 6:30 to 7:15, we'll just talk about the pre-licensing. So send them my way. And the next one I think is just coming soon and buyer needs. So we'll open it up. Let's talk about what you guys have coming soon.
Come on. Somebody's got to have something coming up. Unmute, share.
All right, I'll go. We have a duplex in Bayview, 2-bedroom, 1 bath, 225-ish, and it's actually in Bayview, not just saying that it might be close nearby. It actually is in Bayview on Fernwood. We have a condo in Thiensville, 185 on the lake, great views of a lake on Lake Bluff Road. We have a house on 105th in Oklahoma, 4-bedroom, 3-bath, 1,800 square feet, 235, oversized garage, and there's a frontage road there, so it's not actually on Oklahoma. And one near like 32nd and Howard for 175, nice little ranch. Jackie's got some too. I don't know if she's on here or not, but I'll stop for a second.
Kathy?
Yeah, it's Julie. Hi, Kathy. I know. Her alter ego. I have a 5-bedroom, 3.5 bath in Brookfield in Camelot Forest. I thought I would add a little drama there. Camelot Forest subdivision, hardwood floors, bathrooms are updated, kitchen's updated, 3-season room, lower levels done, and it's $424,900, and it goes on the market this Thursday. So if you want to live in Shorewood, like Robin Hood, you could live in Camelot Forest.
Excellent.
Next week, we have a listing in Oak Creek that will be going live. Tiffany and I do. It is a 5-bedroom, 3.5 bath, 4-car garage attached, almost 4,000 finished square feet, finished basement, done, super nice. Relocating out of state, it's going to be going on the market for $575. Anybody in that area for a 4-bedroom, actually a 5-bedroom plus, 2 living areas, 2 kitchens. I mean, it's awesome. We also have another one that we're thinking about reducing price. It's on Nicholson. It's also a 5-bedroom, redid the driveway, and thinking about doing some interiors. That one is listed at, I believe, $539,900 right now. So Oak Creek, we've got a couple of them.
And welcome, Dan. We missed you at the beginning of the welcomes.
Sorry. Thank you.
Hi, this is Brenda. Can you hear me?
Yeah.
I have one coming up this Thursday in West Bend. It's a 4-bedroom, 4-bath, Cape Cod, 300,000-ish, 2,900 square feet, all new flooring on the lower level, or excuse me, main level. Just a really, really nice house, move-in ready.
Okay.
I've got one.
Okay, go ahead.
I have coming up in Whitefish Bay a adorable, immaculately maintained Cape Cod. It's got 2 bedrooms, really big bedrooms, and it's got an addition with a little family room off of the main. It has a beautiful pergola with a patio and a really pristine garden, and I think that'll be ready in about a week and a half or so, and it should be around $299. And then I have are we doing buyer needs too, or just coming soon?
Yeah, absolutely.
Okay, I need probably in Greendale, but they're open to New Berlin, Hales Corners as well, up to about $330 or $340, a 3-bedroom, 1.5 bath house, just a nice one. I know that's a tall order, like something that has, good bones, good layout. It's okay if it needs a little bit of updating, but maybe not fully tired.
Okay. And anybody else have any buyer needs?
Yeah. Yes, Kathy does again.
Hi.
Kathy.
Yeah, I have a buyer need. Oconomowoc School District, 3-bedroom, 2.5 bath plus, up to 400. So anything out there would be great to get my hands on.
Awesome. Anybody else?
I do. I have a buyer need in Jackson, minimum of 3 bedrooms, can be 1-story, 2-story, but have an office, and up to $475,000.
Awesome.
We have one more I'll mention just on Jackie's behalf. It's her listing, but it's 520 New Berlin on Park Central, like Sunny Slope and National-ish. It's going to go live in a couple days, and I don't have a lot more details on that, but it's 520. So that kind of house in New Berlin, and it's south of National, so it should be Eisenhower District.
One more buyer need. This is for Katie Ninkovich. She needs a 3-bed, 1.5 bath, single family home, 2-car garage in Waukesha. Very urgent. This guy's going to be homeless. Please let us know if you have anything. Thank you.
Sharice, it's like you're always on a different Wi-Fi than us because we're all in the same office. You always sound like a robot.
Seriously. Sorry. I'll put that in the chat.
I forget what your real voice sounds like. Now every time I see you, I expect for you to talk like that.
Yeah.
And honestly, she might be on a different network because we're on the staff. She might be on the regular New Berlin, so that could be a difference.
Okay.
I'm on regular New Berlin.
Yeah.
Anyway.
That's it.
Hey, and okay, Tina, is that your last one? Because then I have one more welcome. I see Katie's on here. So you go ahead, Tina.
I do, but I just I remembered who's on the career night. It's Chris McKenzie. I'm so sorry I forgot you in the initial, but yes, the amazing Chris McKenzie. So it's going to be a great panel of agents.
Beautiful. Yeah, I'd say welcome all, you guys. That'd be great. Anybody who's wants to learn from top agents, you could just pop in on that Zoom and listen to the panel. So, hey, Katie, are you up for, I know you were taking a little bit to get on. We wanted to welcome you if you want to do a quick introduction.
Hi. I'm sitting in a common area, so excuse the face covering. Hi, everybody. I'm Katie, brand new agent, just got my license like 4 weeks ago. Picked this office after an exhaustive search, so I'm super excited. Little about me, married, amazing fur baby, and I love exercise and Peloton. So if anybody rides Peloton, talk with me about it.
Oh, you need to, that's it. We're coming up with a Peloton tribe. We have quite a few Pelotoners.
I need to know your leaderboard name immediately.
Jeremy Reinders.
Oh, I love it.
What?
Jeremy Reinders, you don't Peloton.
No, it's
definitely not.
Cindy Coos, Eddie Martin, Katie Bork, Tina Reddick.
Okay.
This is awesome.
Awesome. Cool. And boy, Jenny Ungerecht, I hope you were like, Jenny, you look like you were running a marathon. We totally support you. We're glad that you're listening. I now see we can't see you, but you have the cutest feet ever. And then I don't know, Norma must be like accidentally just typing. So this has been a fun chat to watch. This is good. All right, who's up next? Never a dull moment in the house. I think Scott, just so you know, I shifted people around. I think Scott, you're next. So be ready. I'm not sure. We're waiting for the slide. Be ready. Be ready.
This actually might be my slide. So is this my slide? I feel like. Okay. So this is just Kyle Bristow's showing me spreadsheet. Again, if you click in here, he did make some additional changes to it, added some additional columns to it. So again, if you're looking for somebody to show properties, if you need help, this is a great resource to go to kind of connect with some people, because it does give pretty specific areas of interest. And if they're interested in being a showing partner for a team, which I think is a really neat addition to it. So, you know, it's nice to kind of have somebody as a showing partner if they're interested. So feel free, make sure to use this. This is in the one spot for resources. And I'm sure Abby or Allison will send out a link for it again.
Awesome. And for those of you that are new with us, this is where you can either A, add your name because you want to help people out with showings, or B, for those that are looking for people to cover showings. So, fantastic. All right, Scott, I'll put you towards the beginning.
Sweet, I got 35 minutes. All right.
Oh.
All right. So I have a question for everyone. And one thing I know about Zoom is it takes a little bit of a response or a little bit of a lag time to get a question answered. And so because everybody's kind of waiting for the next person to answer and they don't know, and then you kind of have Lisa raising her hand, but we can't really see her. And so I'm going to ask the question, and then I'm going to explain my next slide, and then while I'm explaining it, we can hopefully have some answers to the question and get some dialogue. Does that sound good? Does that sound good? Was not the question I was going to ask, but that's a bonus question. So my question is, because it's a thinker, why should a client use you as a realtor instead of the other 7,000 in our Metro Milwaukee MLS? So what is it about you or your systems or your team or what you value, what you provide that sets you apart why they should use you instead of the other 7,000? Allison, can you go to the next slide, please? So to answer this question, because it's always on the top of my mind, everything that we're looking at doing, we want to impress. We want to be a little bit better than average or exceed their expectations, provide them with an experience that they'll never forget. And it's really about being professional. It's about why would they work with you? Why? And so one big reason, one big value piece that we can provide right now that I think everyone can agree with is if you can clearly articulate how you are going to be different than the other realtors in helping them win competitive offers. If there's 10 other offers, what are you going to do? What strategies, what tips, what scripts, what do you do above and beyond the average realtor that's going to help ensure your client get accepted? And if that's a question you have, and I know we've had mini masterminds on the team meetings and we've done some things, but we are going to have a specific training on this. And this is Monday, August 17th, and it's Monday. So we usually don't have trainings on Monday, but it's Monday 1 to 2. This is going to be the top agents that are doing a ton of buyers. This is not a training. This is a mastermind and a roundtable and sharing of ideas so that we can all walk away with specific plans, strategies, tips, techniques that we can all be better on. And so just a plug on this is every month we're going to have one training that's chosen by the agents. And by far and beyond, the most requests that we're getting from people is, what do you do? What do you do to win offers? What are you guys doing? What's happening? And it's on Facebook. People are asking us everything. So we're going to provide this chance 1 to 2 for us all to walk away with a solid game plan. So to answer that first question I asked, why would I use you as a realtor? Well, one main reason is because these are the 10 tips and strategies I'm going to do to help you win an offer when you're competing against 10 people. So those are the things you need to articulate, and those are the things you need to practice, and those are the things you need to have a script for. So when you go up to someone, it's just like, bam, you don't got to think about it. So now that I gave you a little bit of time to stall and gave you one idea of an answer, does anybody have a specific thing they tell their clients, a unique value proposition that you offer that helps you get business? Lisa.
I have my hand up.
Nice.
Yeah, so on the listing side, I do like to tell my seller or potential sellers my average days on market count and my list to sale ratio. My average days on market is 6, and my average list to sale is 1.04. So I do like to tell them, hey, I can sell your home faster than most, and I can get you typically what you want and more. And then on the buyer side, now that we have our showing partner, Kearney, in place, we've been letting people know that we have the ability to be in more than one place at a time for them. So while Kearney's showing them the house, at the very same time, I can be researching and doing a CMA on that house that they're interested in, and talking to the listing agent to find out the details of when that seller wants to move, so that we can have our strategy ready immediately once they walk out the door and say they want to write the offer.
That's amazing. And so for those of you who don't know what a showing partner is, what Lisa has done is she has Kearney that will be able to open the doors, to show the houses, to go on the inspections, the walkthroughs. And so Lisa is there to handle the negotiations, handle the paperwork, handle the pricing. And she's using that, she's articulating that as a positive to the client. One thing you could also say is, no realtor is ever going to be able to work 24/7. And I'm setting my team up in a way that you will never miss out on a house due to me not being available. Like, I will ensure I have the backup plan, I have the system in place, so you will always be able to get in that house in this competitive market. So I love that idea, Lisa.
And how about this? You could say, if you don't have a personal showing partner, I have a list of 26 agents in my office that are willing to back up if I'm not available. And Mr. Seller, that's also an advantage to the seller as well. So those that don't have the leverage, that spreadsheet that Tina just talked about, that's your leverage.
And these are personally vetted by Keller Williams and by our staff, and that's the benefit of working with the biggest office in Waukesha County, is we can have your back in any situation, in any scenario. So that's one really good example. I know there's others, and I know you guys are probably humble, but this is not about bragging. This is about helping other people that might just be getting into real estate or might not have an answer to this. And I would highly encourage you, if you don't have an answer to this question, I think one of your main things is going to be able to sit down and be able to bullet point or articulate this. So any other ideas, topics that we can provide value to the newbies or to everyone? Leanna?
Market is so competitive, really educating the buyer from the beginning of the process with all of the different contingencies and what sellers may be looking for. So yeah, are they willing to pay above appraisal a certain amount or split the difference? Are they willing to absorb the first $1,500 in repair costs in the event there is something that comes up on home inspection? So it's being creative with the contingencies in order to appeal to the seller. So, but buyers are getting 15 minutes in these houses sometimes to make all of these decisions that they have to have process those options in their head before they're making that decision. So really educating them on options.
15 minutes for a $300,000, purchase. That's pretty fair. I would summarize what you said, Leanna, in a word called future pacing. And so what if your value that you would offer is you could tell your client, my goal is that you never have to call me because I'm always going to keep you up to date on what to expect next. And if you made that as your goal or your standard, that you're going to future pace the transaction, no, the appraisal does not come in 1 minute after the appraiser's done. It's actually a 40 page report. It can take up to a week. And so I will call you as soon as I get that info. So it prevents that call 2 minutes after the appraisal is done. Hey, did the appraisal come in? And so that could be your value. Your communication can be your value. And so I think, Jenny, did you have something? And then we can move on. But what do you got?
Well, I like to, especially when I'm going on an initial listing appointment, talk to the seller about what to expect throughout the whole process. So again, it's education, but one of my big things is making sure that their home is ready. So I've had people contact me, way ahead to what do they need to get their home show ready, what type of improvements, things like that. So if it's somebody that you already know from your database, like that's just a good way to, while you're cultivating that person, to send out that information. But when it comes time to listing, I just always like to give them like the process, and then your home has to be like top notch, ready to show, photography, everything. And sometimes I think they forget that there's a process involved. So like letting them know ahead of time is one of my big things.
Cool. So your homework for today is to be able to answer that question. And it's a quick elevator speech. What separates you? Because right now it's more competitive than ever. And we got to be that professional, the one that wins out, from the others. So that's all I got for today.
Awesome. Thank you, Scott. Thank you, everybody. All right. So we'll move on to some updates and trainings and so on. So we will start with market update. So here we go. Mr. Seller, here's how I am different than any other realtor and how you want to work with me, as Scott just kind of brought up. Because I study real estate, I'm a student of real estate, and I know the numbers. And numbers tell a story. And so here's why you want to list with me is you can see here based on this graphic, which will be shared with you, so you don't need to reinvent the wheel. Everybody, every week you should be posting this on your Facebook or your social media or whatever. New listings, 641. We're selling more listings that are coming on the market. You can see that this week we sold 675 homes. And interesting enough, I went into MLS today, and all I did was I clicked on market summary. And so I don't know if you know this, Mr. Seller, and I'm just giving you guys a script, is last year at this time, there were 28,022 active listings, 28,200 active listings. This year, right now, year to date, we have 24,765. And so we are 11% down. So I wouldn't hesitate now. You need to get your home on the market. So I just gave you a little script. So you could be, that could be your specialty. If numbers are really cool to you, this could be something that you memorize, and this becomes your value proposition to your clients. So that's how you utilize our market update. So we've got our trainings, obviously, every day, 9 a.m. We have our huddles. Thank you to the 2 people who showed up today. Oh, I take it 3 people. So Scott ended up no, Scott, were you even on today? No, I don't think you were. I think it was just Joe Singshine. No, CJ, 3 people. So CJ, Norma, Joe, and me. So we would love to see more on our call. This is your accountability. We can help you with your scripts and role play. Operations, so for anybody who is in an operation position on a team, you've got your mastermind with Katie. You can see there on Wednesday the 5th. We have our launch orientation for our new agents. By the way, that's live in person upstairs. Be safe, sit socially distanced, wear masks if you're too close. And then we have our group coaching Facebook ads, as Tina already talked about, which also will be live upstairs because you're gonna bring your computer and you're gonna actually walk away with an ad, okay?
Hey,
Kim, the launch coach was on that call this morning too.
What was on the call?
The launch coach, me.
Oh yeah, Kathy Whitaker, sorry. Woohoo!
Kim, real quick, one thing on the operations.
Yeah.
If you don't have an admin, you are the admin.
Yep.
So everybody needs operations and everybody needs systems. So if you're a solo agent, that will be perfect for you. So it's for admin on team, solo agents, or really anyone that just wants to up their systems.
Awesome. Social Equity Task Force. Hey guys, we'll resend this link out. So Allison sent this out on August 3rd. So we are looking for your feedback. The region is looking for your feedback about better ways to be more in tune of what is going on in our area. And so we'd really like it if you could take a few minutes. Allison Bradley, I know you completed this survey. How long did it take you?
I think it took me about 10 minutes, maybe
Okay.
a little less, or 5 minutes maybe.
5 or 10 minutes. So if you could do us a huge favor, we value your opinion and want to gather some information. So look for that in the team meeting recap. And Kathy Whitaker, the floor is yours.
We had 2 people that graduated from the launch program in rapid succession. The Fullers, Brian and Amy. Yay! I just want to shout out that they had a strong finish. They had 3 transactions that closed in July, which was phenomenal. And this is a mixture of buyers as well as listings. So job well done. Excellent work. Today, we're going to have Bill Miller is going to share insight that is very valuable to agents and how he can assist you and strengthen your position with your clients. He is an excellent speaker, and I always learn something whenever he's training, so be sure and tune in. That is from 1 to 2 today, and he's going to be speaking about working with a individual that you have a partnership with. That is basically an extension of you when you present to your clients, rather than an institution that's not available on the weeknights or weekends and not accessible to you like a personal lender is. I lost my screen, so I don't know what went up. I apologize.
Jeff, you're good. Thank you, Kathy. Hey, Jeff Nevin.
Hi, can you guys hear me?
Yeah?
Is it like really loud?
No, you're fine.
Okay,
Go.
good. Okay, sorry. Just really quick, we're changing the mini golf event to the 27th at 3 p.m. It'll be a lot of fun. It's only $8. But if you're 13 and younger, like myself, it's only $5. So let's make sure we get a ton of people out there. You'll be with a lot of like-minded people, and it'll be just a blast. So I'd love to see everybody out on the 27th.
All right. Thank you, Jeff. And Cindy Cuss, our beautiful Cindy Cuss, you're up next. You need to unmute yourself. We just started Zoom
Did you guys
yesterday.
get it? I'm done. Did you get it all?
I mean, we've only been doing Zoom for like 25 weeks, but I don't know where the unmute button is.
Well, move on. I'm done. I said everything I needed to say. Okay, so I have some awesome news, guys. Starting September 1st, we no longer have to do the FERPTA certification at the time of listing. Yay! So, and the reason for that is because they revised the WB11, which is the offer to purchase, again. They're calling it Take Two. And it's already out. It came out August 1st. Mandatory date is September 1st. So we're going to give it a couple weeks. You guys can start using the new offer. I just got notice that it's in zip forms. So go ahead and use the new offer starting now, but as starting on September 1st, it'll be mandatory. So with the change, Allison, can you do, I know I love my little pictures, but can you go to the next slide? Okay, so they made some changes to the offer. Take Two, they're calling it. There's 9 changes. I'm not gonna go through them. There's the link to the video that WRA puts out. They're only like 2, 3, 4 minutes at most to talk about the changes. But the biggest change is number 8. They completely changed it on FERPTA. They made it hopefully a little more understandable. And the biggest one is that they took out the 15 days before closing to having it on closing. So that means that we don't have to do it up front. The closing department or the title company can do it at closing or at pre-sign with the sellers. So we do not have to worry about it anymore. We do have to know up front though, when we're taking listings, if they're a foreign seller or non-foreign. And that chart that I had on the last slide kind of talks about the conversation you have to have with your seller about that. So, all right. And then they revised the WB14 condominium offer. Again, it's out now, but mandatory, it starts September 1st. They incorporated all of the WB11 changes that they've done last year and this year into the new offer. It actually expanded it to 13 pages, so it's longer. And then the changes to the specific condo, there are some, again, same thing. The videos show just a couple seconds or a minute or 3 minutes, whatever, description about what the change is. So I gave you the link, go on WRA, they're awesome. I could explain it, but they just do it so much better that I want everybody to go there and see what the changes are. The 2 forms are uploaded in zip forms, I just checked. So, but the old forms are also there, so don't get confused. You guys can definitely start using the new forms now. I have not gotten them up into the Google Drive yet because I didn't have time. I was listening to everybody talk here. So they will be uploaded into the Google Drive too. The other thing I forgot to mention on my slides is I did revise the NBR disclosure. That is in the Google Drive. What I did is I actually split it now because the Germantown office has their own disclosure, and I'm calling it the it's going to be called MNW disclosure, MNW LLC, doing business as Keller Williams Prestige. So if you see the 2 forms in zip forms and Google Drive, whoever's in Germantown has to use that new one. And then New Berlin, we have a revised one for us. So that's the difference if you see these 2 these two forms. They're going to be in zip forms. Right now they're in PDFs, but we are having a little issue with zip forms, trying to get them to convert our forms to fillable forms. It's just taking, I think, like 10 years. I think I started this 10 years ago. So they eventually will be in zip forms as a fillable form. And then, can you go to the next slide? Oh yeah, that's it. Okay, so for starting tomorrow, August 5th through the 16th, I will be out of town. I will not have my phone and I will not have my email or computer. So Lisa, Jeremy, and Julia have graciously stepped up, and they will be taking all compliance calls, concerns, or problems. So please call them because you're not going to get an answer back from me for that next week. I'll be back in the office on the 17th. I think that's it.
I love it. 3 people covering for you. Thank you, you guys, for helping out. We appreciate it. Abby Lacey.
Hello. All right, I want to talk a little bit about team functionality and command. So I'm sharing my screen quick. Thank you, Scott, for letting me hack your account and give a demonstration. Everybody write down these leads, just kidding. Before we could only have one person on the team designated as the rainmaker or the team leader. And so there was a lot of logging into each other's accounts and trying to manage it all in someone else's command. So example, Jeremy and Scott are both rainmakers of their Lifetime Realty Group team. But now they can both be listed as rainmakers in the back end through our Winmore system, which Michelle and I manage when people onboard. So now you can have 2 people. I don't know when that changed. I don't ever remember getting a notice, but we can do it now. So Jeff, Nevin, you're on my screen here. So you and Joe can do this as well as dual rainmakers. So that will help with some functionality and command for you guys too. So how to do this is making sure that you have your team selected. So if you're in our, it's called Team Tool, as an official team, which means you have a signed team agreement with official start dates and everything is signed by the Market Center as well, you get added into that team tool, and so you'll see your team show up under the Select a Team. So you do need to make sure that that is selected so that you can see your team members. So there's going to be different permissions for the team rainmakers versus the agents on the team. And the team rainmakers can set up those permissions to allow to see who can see whose contacts and certain information. So in Scott's account, now that I've selected the Lifetime Realty Group, he can do a drop down of his team members to see their actual contacts and their pipeline. So, and then you'll notice they have some really nice tags here in different colors. So you can organize them that way. I know I talked about contact tags last time. So that's how you can manage your contacts as a team, just as an example. There's a lot of different permissions that you can do. So I posted on our Facebook page today about this, and these are all links to different team functionalities that you can do in Command. So you can do lead routing. You can assign a contact to a team member. So if a contact comes in, you can assign it by going to, I'll go back over here. I'm going to minimize this. These dots over here on the right next to the name, if you click on those, you're going to get a couple of options. So you can either add an activity, share this contact, mark as a lead, anything like that, or assign to. So one thing that I will point out is that if you share a contact, you cannot unshare it. So a lot of the KWRI trainers are saying not to share it with a team member, rather assign it to them, just because sake of confidentiality and or if someone leaves a team, it's just a lot cleaner if they aren't actually shared. So if you click on assign to, then Scott would be able to pick who on his team he is assigning this contact to. So that's just one example. On this answers.kw.com, there's tons of different things that you can do with the team settings. And you can also add members to your team as an admin. So you can add up to 2. And so I actually want to see.
Thank you. And while you're clicking, thank you, Scott. I was just going to ask married couples. We have a lot of married couples.
Yep. So this is great for them too. So you don't have to go into one person's account all the time. They can each use their own command account and function the same way. So adding or removing a team admin. So there's 2 different ways to do this. Either they are officially added as an admin to our team tool, which means they've signed an agreement and they were hired on the team. Then they would automatically be added in command as an admin and you would not need to do this step. Now, say you are going to have someone maybe help you out for the summer with uploading your contracts into command. That would be an example of somebody not in the KW system that you want to add to your team as an admin just for the sake of doing that work. And you can go and remove them at any time as well. So when you're in command, you can go up to your name here, and this is great because they have screenshots for everything. You go to your team name, general settings, team management, and then add member. So let me see if I can just go in here real quick. I don't know why I can only see your face, Kim. I feel like I'm only talking to you.
As a single agent, if I'm not like a team, but I hire, you gave the example, I hire somebody and I want to give them admin access over the summer to enter contacts.
Mm-hmm.
You wouldn't be able to do that.
You, I want to see, I think everyone has this team management, but I will double check that.
Okay.
Because I know anybody can add in an admin. I will double check that. But add member, add a team, a guest user, and it gives you a little pop-up. We provide guest access for up to 2 users, remove an existing team admin to another. So that would be an example of a guest user or adding a team member. So the functionality of teams and adding people so that they have access to certain things in your command is really useful. So I will say there is different accessibility levels for someone that is added in our team tool versus added this way. And I don't know right off the top of my head what those are, but there is a difference. And I know that I worked with Lisa Packard and her team recently, and Yoli was in there twice, once from our team tool and once from adding it this way. And they're different accessibility levels. So if you have more questions on this, feel free to send me an email. I can get more information. Otherwise, answers.kw.com is just the most awesome site for getting information on this and screenshots and how-tos, and it's very easy to find. So I think that's all I had. Any questions on that?
I have a comment quick while people think of questions. One thing that we have is we actually have our graphic designer in command as an admin. And so if there's someone that's an actual admin you're paying, they're part of KW, even if they're not licensed, have them entered in the team tool through the office. But if it's someone like we have a virtual assistant in the Philippines, she's in there, and we have a graphic designer. So now we don't have to say, here's my command login. She has her own, and she can just do the graphic designing. She only has access to certain things like the design stuff. She doesn't see my contacts. She doesn't see our opportunities. She just sees what she needs to see. And so they're making it very easy to help out with that without having to, you know, have someone take all that access or whatever. And I know there's a lot of married couples here that, like, especially I know Dawn and Zach, you know, I think Zach had to log into Dawn's all the time just to see the leads and what it is. Well, now we can get them set up where they both have the same access. So it's really nice for married couples.
And I would say if they're not, you know, being hired as an admin to where they're going to stay and it's not like a temporary thing, this would be something that you would want to have them into the KW system with a KW email if they are going to be truly added as an admin. But if it's going to be someone that's more helping out or doing marketing or something like that, this is a perfect reason to use this portion of it, because anytime someone's added into our system, whether they're admin or an agent, there's a $25 fee to get them into the KW system. And then it's just additional onboarding, but it's not necessary for certain forms of work that they're going to do. So that's all I got.
Okay, that's big news. That's awesome. All right, so just a little reminder, and for anybody who's joining us new today, look for your team meeting recap. That's what it will be titled. You can search the recap all day, every day, to find out the most recent recap. So time block, 20 minutes. You're going to time block 10 minutes for the social equity survey. That's going to be in the team meeting. And another 10 minutes for the WRA quick updates, videos, links that will be in there for you to know what the contract updates will be. That's it. 20 minutes. Not even one Netflix show. What? We got a couple minutes here. Like, does somebody have a favorite Netflix show that they're watching? We can get roll. We got 3 minutes. Does anybody have something on Netflix that they are watching right now that is so good? Because I have one, but I'm not going to take over. Somebody name it.
I do. It's I would say it's called Fear City, and it is a documentary, and it's about in the 70s, crime bosses, mafia. Love it. You see tons of dead pictures of people, and it is really how the mafia took over New York, and then how the feds came in and took them down. So it's good, and it's bloody, but it's a good documentary. That's what I got.
Okay. Anybody else? No, I can't even remember what the name of mine is, but it's about a blind woman. Dark View. Does anybody know what I'm talking about?
Into the Dark.
What is it?
I think it's Into the Dark, or
Yeah, something like that.
I watched that. It's pretty good. It's interesting. In the
Okay.
Dark.
In the dark. In the dark. Now.
There's 3 for working moms.
Yeah. Don't have your teenagers in the room though. I'm just saying, some of these you don't want your teenagers there. This is your safety alert. So, all right, that's what we have for you. I hope this is amazing and you found value, and have a fantastic week. And I would love to see this many people on our 9 a.m.s. Show up. We'll help you. We'll script role play, and then we'll make our care calls or whatever it is, whoever you're calling for the day. Okay, we're out. Bye.
Bye.